When I was 21 years old, I felt like I was going nowhere. I had a sales job that sucked the life out of me, and I saw all these 17-year-old millionaires online, and I thought to myself, where did it all go wrong? I'm unhappy, I don't have a purpose, and I don't make enough money. Weird, because I did everything society told me to do. I went to school, I got a job, I saved my money, but yet I was far from where I wanted to be. The truth is, it wasn't even the lack of opportunity or broken childhood. It was the mentality that kept me stuck in a rut, broke and unhappy. Here's how I brainwashed myself to become a six-figure agency owner with the lifestyle that I've always dreamed of and the purpose in my life. First, the right environment. Surrounding yourself with people who are better than you will increase your chances of success. I was from a small town in South Texas, and there was definitely a small town mentality there. You either had to get a degree to be successful or work in the oil fields doing manual labor, both of which I did not want to do. I was a scrawny kid growing up, and I was not good with my hands. I was not going to risk my life for a few $1,000s a month. So I was like, okay, what else can I do? I remember going to college for a few years, and I had an engineering professor that was teaching our business 101 class. He had never started a business before. He drove a beat up car and was teaching us how to start a business. I remember at that time thinking, what am I doing here? If I want to start a business, I can just start one. I don't need a degree. I dropped out shortly after that. My two only options to be successful in my small town were a bust. So that's when I was like, okay, there has to be something better. And that's around the time that I discovered personal development and mentors. And although I didn't have anybody in my city that I could look up to, I remember there was people doing amazing things all around the world. See, when all your friends, family, and neighborhood are all broke, you tend to think the entire world is like that. But that can't be farther from the truth. You have to put yourself in an environment where people are doing better than you. Curate your environment. First, look at your friend group. Is anybody actually trying to do better, or are they all losers? Are they all just getting drunk in the weekend, doing drugs, wasting their life away, or are they actually trying to better their life? Remember, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. First, cut out all of the negative stuff, all the things that are dragging you down. Cut off all the news, all of the negative people in your life, all the people putting you down. Make sure that you cut all that out so you can make space for the new stuff, which is going to be reading books, listening to podcasts, watching educational videos that are actually going to help you get in a positive state of mind and improve your life. Another thing you can do is go to high-end establishments. So this can be like a fancy restaurant, a nice hotel, or even high-end luxury retail stores. Even if you can't afford it, go into the fancy restaurant and order a drink. Go into that nice hotel and order a coffee. You want to start putting yourself in these environments and really taking things in. Really seeing what's actually possible out there. Seeing how these people in these environments operate. This will expand your mind to see what's actually possible and motivate you to put yourself in those environments more often. Next up, invest in yourself. How can you expect to make money without paying for education? Most people say that they want to make $10K a month, but they're not even willing to spend a few $1,000s on coaches, mentors, or books. It doesn't work like this. Here's the thing, the more you pay, the more serious that you'll be about your goals. Think about it as a commitment. It is a way to show yourself that you're all in and ready to do the work. I can confidently say that the #1 reason why I am where I am today is because I've always invested in myself in all aspects of life. The funny part is that most people's biggest excuse is that they can't afford to invest in themselves. The reality is you can't afford not to. The majority of times that I've made a huge investment in myself is when I couldn't afford it. I've invested in myself when I was a 19-year-old broke college student, and I overdrafted my bank account to buy 2 courses to improve my financial situation. I invested in myself when I was making $5K a month and I was trying to take my agency past 6 figures. I didn't even know how I was going to make the monthly payments for this $10K coaching program that I just invested in. And I invested in myself when I was making multiple 6 figures to continue leveling up in all aspects of life, health, wealth, and relationships. Believing that you can do everything on your own is simply arrogance. Self-improvement is the key to success. Never stop learning, never stop growing. One last example of this to prove to you that commitment makes a big difference is we did an audit in our agency, and we found that the clients who committed to our 90-day program and paid in full were our best clients. Why? Because they were all in. They weren't like, oh, let me try it for a month and see if it works. They were like, hey, I'm paying up front, I'm all in, I'm going to do everything in my power to make this successful. This is why they got better results than our other clients who were hesitant and not fully committed. Lastly, let's talk about training your subconscious mind. You won't last too long if you don't wire your brain for success. You'll give up after a few months of hard work and seeing no results if you don't have a strong mentality. It's already happened to you before, right? Here's how to quite literally brainwash yourself for success. Start making a list of your goals. One trick is to use a goal card. Write down your goals and keep it with you. Read this card every single day, multiple times a day. I remember using this exact same strategy, and a year and a half later, I had achieved all of the goals that I had written down. And I still have that card till this day. Write your goal in the present tense, I am or I have, and attach a date at the end of it. A funny thing happens when you start to read lies over and over. You start to believe them. This trains your reticular activation system to start actually looking for solutions. Instead of thinking why you can't do something, you'll start to think, how can I do it? Listen to positive stuff like encouraging podcasts and videos. This is all I do every day. I fill my mind with positive things and knowledge. I don't allow negativity to infiltrate my brain. Most of you, when negativity gets thrown your way, you just sit there and take it. Change your environment. This will allow you to be productive and stay focused on your goals. Affirmations are also super helpful. Listen to positive affirmations before and after sleep. If you ever read Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, you know how powerful auto-suggestion is. I like to listen to affirmation videos on YouTube. Usually I like to find a few affirmation videos that are a few hours long and listen to them right before bed. This will allow your brain to be programmed while you're asleep. I know this seems silly, but I am living proof that this works. Operate out of love and not fear. I don't make decisions out of fear anymore. Thoughts such as, oh, what if I lose a client? Or, oh, what if a client asks for a refund? Don't even cross my mind anymore. I just do everything I'm supposed to do every single day and have faith that great things will come. It's funny how the brain works sometimes. Most people are run by fear, and that shows in the decisions that they make. Stop letting fear run your life and start operating out of love, gratitude, and abundance. This one thing will change your life forever. One of the best mindset hacks for your brain is to join a coaching program or community and surround yourself with people that are where you want to be. If you want to get to the next level in life and in business, DM me on Instagram to see if you qualify for my coaching program. I personally answer every single DM, so you'll be talking to me directly. Thank you for watching.